Hello, we are Morcheeba.
And you're watching M2 Batofi.
What a lovely day for it to fail this way.
We are backstage at Budapest Park with Morcheeba, Sky and Ross. Very nice to meet you guys. The concert just finished. How did it go? Unfortunately, we couldn't be here.
Oh, wow, you missed an amazing show. It was really a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, we haven't been doing a lot of shows this year, and I imagine the same for the audience, so there was a lot of positivity, and I really enjoyed it.
I'm sure you had a few concerts before this one after lockdown got lifted. So when you did the first one, on an emotional scale of 1 to 10, how did you feel?
It was liberating. I think musicians the world over have been really frustrated because we need to be in rooms with lots of people, and the pandemic made us stay at home, and it kind of made us question what we do in life, you know. But Sky and I wrote a new record, and we recorded it, released it, and now we've done this gig and we played some of those songs, and it's been a real release and a really amazing, beautiful experience. We love coming to Hungary, and we particularly love being in Budapest.
The album you mentioned, Black is Blue, came out in May. A lot of musicians who release albums now, they say that, oh, we wanted to release it like 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, but then, you know, the pandemic started. Was it something like this for you, and is it in any way a pandemic-inspired album?
I wouldn't say that we didn't delay the release because of the pandemic. I mean, we made the album because of the pandemic. We was able to stay at home and get in our studios and get creative. So we had like a whole year to do it. We kind of planned to tour for a year, and then we were going to record the album at the end of the year and do it in a couple of months, but we had like more time to do it. So, and it's not a pandemic album, it's not a lockdown album, but there's certainly a few things that were inspired by being at home for sure.
And did the lockdown change the songwriting and album making process in any way?
It changed it in the fact that we weren't doing anything else. I mean, we're normally doing quite a lot of gigs and touring. So for a very long period of time, we could really focus on writing songs and recording, and that was really good. I mean, I really enjoyed the freedom to just think about making records, which is maybe the first time since we made our first ever record that we did that, because we were always touring all the time, touring and doing gigs, and even if we're trying to take time off, we still do like a few gigs here and there. Whereas this album was made in a period where we never played any shows, and becoming separated from your audience makes you kind of go into like a rabbit hole fantasy world, and we were trying to write songs that would touch our audience because we couldn't touch them by playing shows, and it was like an album of longing.
One of the songs on the album is called The Moon, which I believe is a cover. And in the music video, both of you turn into wolves or werewolves. Who's the bigger horror fan in the band? Which one of you?
Oh, well, the horror fan is actually Martin J. Pickering. He was the video director, and he actually made a kind of horror movie, which you can find. It's kind of something to do with witches. But obviously, you know, the narrative of the song is about the moon, and we think of the moon and werewolves, and but you know that the track is a cover by a Croatian artist called Irina Zilic, and who's a friend of ours. She opened for us a few times when we were playing in Croatia, and we always loved the song, and it seemed like the perfect song from Morcheeba.
It sounded like a Morcheeba song already, and I really loved playing it. Like tonight, I was really into playing it because like it was night time, fuzz pedal was on, you could see the moon, the audience were really great. It's been a real pleasure to be back in Budapest and be on the road, to be honest. We really missed this.
You've been here several times. Is there a particular visit that stands out for you from Hungary?
From Hungary, yeah, loads of memories. Yeah, it's an incredibly beautiful country. You know, the people are amazing, the food is amazing, like Budapest is amazing, but also the countryside is amazing, and like the history of your people and culture is amazing. You know, everything is great. I absolutely love coming here, and we've had some really wonderful times, and we've got quite a lot of deep connections to Hungary. Like one of our biggest collaborators is of Hungarian descent. You know, like the guy Robert Logan that does like beats and synthesizers for us is from Hungary, and so through his parents we've learned more about Hungary than we knew from traveling through Hungary.
A few years ago, and this is our last question, a few years ago the Red Hot Chili Peppers championed a Hungarian band called the Qualitons, which you also championed in a preview interview I read, and in that interview you said that you hope to meet those guys. Did you get to meet them?
I was hoping to meet them now, but we're doing this with you. I think one of the guys is here somewhere, and I would love to go and have a beer with him. Yeah. I really love the band. I mean, I listen to them on Spotify quite a lot, and they make really great psychedelic slide guitar, blues music, and that's what I'm really into, and I would love to meet them. And I think that Hungary has a lot of good indie music going on right now, which is great. It's really good.
Sky and Ross, it was very nice meeting you guys. Thanks for talking to us.
Good to see you
Thank
again.
you.
Take care.